Are you kidding me with this upcoming week? The highly anticipated crossover event between The Young and the Restless and Beyond the Gates is finally upon us, and it is shaping up to be the most explosive television event of the year. We all knew that bringing the Titans of Genoa City into the lavish, scandal-ridden world of Fairmont Crest was going to cause some serious shockwaves, but the implications of this specific gathering are truly mind-blowing. Martin Richardson is hosting his massive, high-stakes political fundraiser at the country club, and the guest list is absolutely stacked. We have Vernon Dupree personally inviting his old friend, the legendary Victor Newman, who makes his grand entrance via helicopter. On the other side of the aisle, Martin's childhood friend, Kyle Abbott, is rolling into town, bringing his parents, Jack and Diane Abbott, along for the ride. But let's be real for a second. Putting the Newmans and the Abbotts in the same room is like throwing a lit match into a fireworks factory. If you have been watching daytime television for any length of time, you know that the Newman and Abbott families do not just dislike each other. They have a generational, scorched earth blood feud. This isn't just a friendly rivalry over corporate contracts. This is decades of sabotage, betrayal, stolen companies, and broken hearts. So the idea that Victor Newman and Jack Abbott are just going to politely sip champagne and eat caviar at Martin's campaign gala without tearing each other apart is laughable. I absolutely love the ruthless energy Victor brings to any room he enters, and I am completely convinced that his arrival in Fairmont Crest is not just a social call to support Vernon's grandson. The mustache always has an ulterior motive. Always. And this brings us to a massive, jaw-dropping theory that is going to change the landscape of both shows forever. Let's talk about Diane Abbott for a minute. Over in Genoa City, Diane has been MIA, and things between her and Jack have been incredibly tense. Her sudden disappearance has left fans scratching their heads, wondering what kind of trouble she has gotten herself into this time. Diane has a notorious history of faking her own death, manipulating the men in her life, and getting involved with the darkest criminal elements imaginable. So why is she suddenly popping up in Fairmont Crest looking visibly on edge? Many fans think it's just a marital spat, but I think the truth is far more sinister. What if Diane's disappearance in Genoa City is directly tied to the biggest, deadliest storyline currently rocking Beyond the Gates? Yes, I am talking about the black market plasma ring. Think about it. The plasma ring investigation is tearing Fairmont Crest apart. We have Dr. Leah Whitmore exposed and disgraced, Joey Armstrong sweating bullets in his casino, and the terrifying, mysterious Impaler finally showing their face. The police, led by Elon and Jacob Hawthorne, are closing in. What if Diane Abbott, during her time away from Genoa City, got her hands dirty and became entangled with this illegal red market? We know Diane loves money and power, and the plasma ring is a multi-million-dollar underground empire. I firmly believe that Victor Newman, with his unparalleled global intelligence network, has uncovered irrefutable evidence proving Diane's involvement in this horrific criminal enterprise. He knows the exact reason she went missing, and he holds the smoking gun that could send her to federal prison for the rest of her life. And you won't believe what happens next if this theory plays out. Victor is not going to just hand this evidence over to the Fairmont Crest Police Department. That is not his style. Victor is a grandmaster at 3D chess, and he is going to use this devastating information to utterly destroy his oldest enemy. I am predicting that Victor will corner Jack Abbott at the country club, pulling him away from the glitz and glamour of Martin's fundraiser to deliver a crushing ultimatum. Victor will use Diane's criminal ties to blackmail Jack, forcing him to immediately withdraw from the highly lucrative Garland Memorial Hospital project. The Abbotts have been looking to expand their philanthropic and business footprint into Fairmont Crest, and partnering with Garland Memorial was their golden ticket. Victor wants that territory for Newman Enterprises, and he will not hesitate to use Jack's wife as leverage to get it. This puts Jack Abbott in an absolute nightmare scenario. He is standing at the precipice of a grim, soul-crushing choice. On one hand, he can protect the woman he loves. Despite all of Diane's flaws, lies, and past betrayals, Jack has fought tooth and nail to defend their marriage. If Victor releases that evidence, Diane will not only face the wrath of the law, but she will also have a target on her back from the ruthless thugs running the plasma ring. On the other hand, Jack has to protect the legendary Abbott family legacy. Withdrawing from the Garland Memorial Project under suspicious circumstances would be a massive public relations disaster for Jabot and the Abbott family. It would make them look weak, unreliable, and incompetent. Jack is going to be sweating bullets, his heart pounding out of his chest as he realizes that Victor has completely outmaneuvered him once again. I honestly feel terrible for Jack in this situation, but at the same time, I can't look away from the sheer brilliance of Victor's tactical strike. The psychological warfare here is just delicious. Victor knows exactly how to push Jack's buttons. He will likely taunt Jack, reminding him that he warned him about Diane's toxic nature for years. Jack will be completely devastated. He thought this trip to Fairmont Crest was going to be a fresh start, a way to support his son's friend and secure a massive business deal. Instead, it has turned into a trap. Jack's internal debate is going to be the highlight of the week. Does he sacrifice his family's business reputation to save a wife who lied to him yet again? Or does he throw Diane to the wolves, letting her face the consequences of her own horrific actions in order to save the Abbott name? I strongly suspect that Jack, being the tragic romantic hero he often is, will try to find a third option, but Victor's trap is going to be ironclad. But here's the kicker, and this is where the drama spills over and infects the core characters of Beyond the Gates. You cannot drop a bomb this massive in Fairmont Crest without the local power players catching the fallout. Enter Nicole Dupree. Nicole is currently navigating her own chaotic life, dealing with her confusing, steamy fantasies about her ex-husband, Ted Richardson. But professionally, she is an absolute powerhouse. Ted just nominated her to become the next chief of staff at Garland Memorial. The hospital is in an incredibly fragile state right now. They are still reeling from the catastrophic scandal of Dr. Leah Whitmore's involvement in the very same plasma ring. The board is terrified, the public trust is shattered, and the hospital is desperately trying to clean up its image. Nicole is fiercely protective of Garland Memorial and its employees. She is not going to tolerate an ounce of scandal. If this blackmail situation goes down, the tension between Jack and Victor is going to be palpable. Nicole is incredibly observant. She is going to notice the sudden, frantic shift in Jack Abbott's demeanor. She will see the fear in Diane's eyes and the triumphant, predatory smirk on Victor Newman's face. When Jack inevitably starts stalling or attempting to alter the terms of the Garland Memorial Partnership to appease Victor's blackmail demands, Nicole's alarm bells are going to ring at maximum volume. She is already on edge about the hospital's reputation. The absolute last thing Garland Memorial needs right now is to be tied to a Genoa City family that is secretly embroiled in the exact same black market plasma ring that just disgraced their former chief of staff. I am fully convinced that Nicole Dupree is going to step up and make an incredibly bold, shocking move. She is not going to wait for the Abbotts to figure out their messy family drama. She is not going to let Victor Newman use her hospital as a pawn in his decades-old feud. Nicole will begin to seriously doubt the transparency, ethics, and reliability of their Genoa City partners. In a breathtaking power move that will solidify her status as the rightful chief of staff, Nicole will immediately suspend all cooperation and negotiations with the Abbott family. She will pull the plug on the partnership right then and there, effectively banishing Jack and his tainted money from Garland Memorial. Can you even imagine the look on Jack's face when Nicole delivers that news? He will have lost everything. He will lose the massive business deal, his family's reputation in Fairmont Crest will be in tatters, and he will still be under the crushing weight of Victor's blackmail regarding Diane. It is a total checkmate. Nicole's intervention adds such a brilliant layer of complexity to this crossover. It shows that the characters of Beyond the Gates are not just passive background players to the Y&R Titans. They are formidable forces who will fiercely protect their own territory. I absolutely love Nicole for this. She is prioritizing the safety and integrity of her hospital over the glitz and glamour of out-of-town billionaires. And let's not forget the environmental backdrop to all this psychological warfare. The spoilers have explicitly confirmed that a massive, terrifying tornado is going to strike Fairmont Crest on the exact night of Martin's Gala. The literal storm is going to perfectly mirror the metaphorical storm brewing between the Newmans, the Abbotts, and the Duprees. Just as Victor drops his blackmail bomb, just as Jack's world shatters, and just as Nicole suspends the partnership, the lights are going to cut out. The country club will be plunged into darkness. Glass will shatter. The crystal chandelier will crash to the floor, and absolute panic will ensue. The promo shows Jack looking completely disheveled, his jacket off, his bow tie undone, looking like he just survived a war zone. Is he physically battered from the tornado, or is he emotionally destroyed from Victor's blackmail and Nicole's rejection? Probably both. This sequence of events is going to be a masterclass in soap opera storytelling. The intertwining of the Y and R legacy feud with the BTG plasma ring mystery is pure genius. It elevates the stakes for everyone involved. Will Jack find a way to turn the tables on Victor before the tornado tears the building apart? Will Diane try to run, realizing her dark secrets are out? And how will Nicole handle the fallout when the dust settles and the sun rises on a devastated Fairmont Crest? I am on the edge of my seat, counting down the minutes until these episodes air. The collision of these two worlds is going to leave permanent scars on both Genoa City and Fairmont Crest, and I am here for every single dramatic, messy, glorious second of it.